kind of take everyone through, because you said something interesting on a brief prep call we did the other day, and this was the most important thought-provoking moment for me on this comment about we went from 2 million apps to eventually 10 apps. And the reason that's so important in the context now, most people are worried that this has gone too far too fast because valuations are clearly expanding to levels and no one knows what the proper valuation is for Nvidia. But when you have a mega trend that's going so fast, the market does discount a lot of the future. But if that just continues to go parabolic, then the valuations, as we learned from 2009 on, can stay high for a long time. So can you take everyone on a comparison and using that 2 million apps to 10 apps for the prior decade?
Yes. And I think what I'm encouraging people to realize is that even if we have a wave of innovation from the private markets, that can be quite exciting. And I would say mobile is more democratized, hands down, than AI, meaning other than software programmer costs, you're coding. I mean, it's free. AI, has GPUs and power and other, costs inherent to training a model that weren't present for mobile. Anyways, backing up, a wave of innovation such as mobile will often put on the market 2 million apps. But in the long run, fast forward 10 years, most people use about 10. I'll never forget the gaming boom. For me, that was an exciting time because we were, just constant mobile events everywhere. I was going to 2 to 3 events a day. It was very, very exciting time. And many of those gaming companies, are not very successful today. Either they closed their doors or they're private. They had to be brought back private, things like that. Zynga, maybe the poster child for that, but there's some out of Japan and Europe and whatnot. And so to watch that popularity of having hundreds of millions of users that faded is a warning sign that I like to talk to public investors about because it's just simply a hype cycle, which is that you'll go through a lot of innovation that is absolutely necessary. You'll get lots of exciting apps, but then over time, the hype fades on the user side and those businesses don't last. This is present. The public markets like to call it the dot-com boom and bust. It's happened with every area of tech in all facets. I'm talking about gaming right now because it's so niche, and and of course it had a boom and a bust. Mobile had a boom and a bust, and you may not have noticed because we have a few big winners: Meta, Google, Apple. You may not have realized that there's 99% went out of business. A lot of that was in the private markets, but you can expect something similar to happen with AI. As what we've seen with mobile. And I would even say maybe at a higher rate.